I'm not ready to accept that peace. And I'm too honest of a person to lie to you and say that I am. It's a really hard pill for me to swallow. I wish you could know how hard it was for me too. I wish you could know how hard I cried on that cold evening in Nicaragua, the night that I first kissed her. How cold my tears felt as they ran down my cheeks onto my lips, still warm from her mouth. How my face froze in agony, aching. How gently her fingers rubbed my back, tracing, "It'll be okay," over and over into my spine as I cried and cried. I wish you could know how warm that summer with her felt. How our bodies slid and slipped as we grabbed for each other in the sea. How her mouth tasted like the Atlantic Ocean. How her skin smelled like sunscreen and Nathan's French fries. How the sand stuck to our bodies and scratched our hands. How I'd go back to that beach every night after she left, both hoping to feel her presence and avoid yours. I wish you could know how I knew you knew, how terrified I was to speak the unspoken, how loudly my heart beat in my ears for hours after I left that letter on your pillow, how painfully my heart raced hearing you slowly creak down the stairs, how the pressure in my chest felt like it was going to break me when I saw you coming towards me with the letter crumpled in your hand. How you looked me in the eye and you told me that you didn't believe me. I wish you could know how your doubt made me almost not believe myself. How desperately I wanted to be wrong about myself, to be right in your eyes. How many men I let try to fill that emptiness. Langston and Evan and Nate. I'm lonely and empty. No. How it felt to feel nothing. After knowing how it would feel to feel everything. I wish you could know how, after almost 3 years, I was sure enough about myself to tell my father. How tired my feet felt after walking nearly 50 blocks to Times Square, building the courage to tell my father something that he already knew. How small I felt, sitting on those red stairs, staring up into the burning Broadway lights, waiting for a response that wouldn't come until morning. And Howie's response at 5 a.m. When are you going to tell me something I don't already know? I love you always, kiddo. Talk soon. Made me sob so violently that I rocked my bed, trying to get myself quiet. and how it felt to finally be accepted after so long of not accepting myself. But most of all, I really wish you could know about the beauty. I wish that you could see me love somebody in a way that I didn't think I was capable of. I wish you could know how it feels to finally have the emptiness in your soul filled with love and understanding. How warm the sunset looks in her eyes when we're together in Brooklyn Bridge Park. How lightly her fingers trace the lines in my hands under the coffee shop table when we're studying together. How the weight of her body at the end of a long day feels like snuggling under my favorite blanket. And how hanging out with her all day feels like pulling on a warm, old sweatshirt on a crisp autumn day. Or putting on gloves that have been left on the radiator. Or the first sip of hot cocoa during the first snowfall of the year. How safe I feel when she holds me. How it feels to finally feel home in my own body. I wrote this to you a year ago with the intention of sending it, and I never did. But I didn't have to, because you saw for yourself when you invited her to spend Thanksgiving with us. I can never tell you how much it meant to me that you invited her into our home. I can never tell you because I don't think you believe me.